8 of the world's greatest 9-ball players are invited to participate in one of the sport's most prestigious events. It's where a world-class venue plays host to world-class pressure. It's where the winner is crowned the champion of champions. Either Thorsten Hohmann or Johnny Archer will wear that crown. The final, the International Challenge of Champions, is next.
The 2006 SML 9-Ball Open Champion and 9-time Player of the Year, Johnny Archer. The 2006 World Straight Pool Champion, 2005 Sudden Death 7-Ball Champion, Thorsten Hohmann.
Welcome to the fabulous Mohegan Sun in Uncasville, Connecticut, and the finals of the 16th Annual International Challenge of Champions, the longest-running TV event in billiards history. Let us take a look at our Mohegan Sun road to the finals. Both of our finalists got here by slightly different paths. Johnny Archer got here by beating Alex Lely of the Netherlands in a sudden death tiebreaker, and Marlon Manalo of the Philippines also in sudden death. Thorsten Hohmann, on the other hand, of Germany, took care of two great players fairly easily. Santos Sambahon of the Philippines and 3-time Challenge of Champions champion Pong Pang Chow of Chinese Taipei, both of them in straight sets. And let's look at our Mohegan Sun tournament format. It will be 2 sets for the title, each a race to 5 games. If we're tied at the end of those 2 sets, we will play a 1-rack sudden death tiebreaker for the title and $50,000. It will be alternating breaks, a 30-second shot clock with 1 timeout per rack for the players. You must call the 9, and it will be foul on all balls. Inside Mohegan Sun in the Wolf Den, and it is all excitement, all pressure right now. 2 players, one of them will win $50,000. And the title champion of champions, both of them want it for sure. It's time for our Olhausen player profiles. Here you see the Scorpion, Johnny Archer. Not much he hasn't won. The player of the decade in the 90s, 7-time player of the year. He wants this title badly. His opponent, Thorsten Hohmann, the hitman from Fulda in Germany, the 2006 IPT North American Open 8-ball champion, the European and World Straight Pool champion, former World 9-ball champion and BCA Open champion. He, too, needs this title badly for a resume. This, Alan Hopkins, is going to be one fantastic final matchup.
You sure did say that, Mitch. I'll tell you what. I'm kind of partial. I think Johnny, oh, look at that. As soon as I say it, Johnny, look what happens. He scratches on the break, and he got kissed in the side on the break, too. But I kind of like the way he's playing. I got a feeling he's going to be there, Mitch. I got a feeling he's going to be the winner here.
Well, we'll call you to task later.
Look, here comes the cue ball over, and it gets a little kiss, and then a little kiss off the one and scratches in the side pocket. He made a ball on the break also. Made the 7-ball on the break, but has to sit down and watch. Thorsten's at the table, pocketed the 1-ball. I'll tell you what. Doesn't get a better matchup than this right here.
Not a good way to start if you're Johnny Archer, though. An early roll for Thorsten Hohmann, ball in hand. And the way he has been playing, Alan, there have not been many players right now in the world at this particular time who are playing as well as Thorsten Hohmann is. He is very, very confident about his ability right now.
Well, he's on top of his game, Mitch. You're exactly right. And I don't think we're going to see many mistakes at all by either one of these fellas. You know, 9-ball's a type of game, excuse me, Mitch, but 9-ball's a type of game, a few rolls here and there, and when both players are playing great, you know, it's over. It's over. The other player wins. Nothing you can do about that, but the $50,000 winner-take-all is kind of exciting, you know, and as we get closer to the last couple games, we'll see what happens.
Start tightening up with just a hair. Well, one thing that I love about these two guys, as we said earlier, they both know how to win. So it's going to be interesting to see who, if anyone, shows the pressure, shows the tension. Thorsten Hohmann has not shown many signs of it so far. 2 great victories coming in and a fantastic start if you are the hitman. On Johnny Archer's break, Thorsten Hohmann takes advantage, runs the rest of the rack, and leads by 1 here in Uncasville. Welcome, everybody, to the Wolf Den at Mohegan Sun. Mitch Lawrence and the 1993 champion of the Challenge of Champions, Alan Hopkins. You know, in 1991, Mike LeBron put his name on this trophy. He was the first guy. We're here. It's 2006 now. Years later, both of the men that are playing today have yet to get their name on the trophy. You know what it means to be there. As I said before, they both want this one badly, Alan.
Well, it's going to be a first-time winner for either one of them, but interesting thing is, Mitch, that the USA hasn't won in a long time. It's always been a foreign player. And here's Johnny now, a chance to win for the USA.
Well, interesting. It's interesting. You know, both players have played for the Moscone teams. They know what it's like, you know, different kind of things going on. This is going to be a great matchup, however you slice it.
I can't wait to see the outcome. I have who I want to see win. I'll tell you that.
All right, well, I'm not letting on here. I'm going to be completely impartial. But it's going to be fun. We saw Thorsten Hohmann in that first rack. I said to you, moving with purpose was the phrase I used. When Johnny made that mistake and scratched, got kicked in, he took advantage.
He certainly did. And now Thorsten's taking advantage by making the 6 on the break. Nice layout here with the 1 ball and the cue ball right here. The 2 balls wide open, just pocketing the 1 ball. Should set him up for another table run out.
And we saw him in his semifinal matchup against Fang Pang Chow. He was almost unstoppable on the break, Alan. It was a huge weapon for him.
You know, an interesting fact, too, Mitch, when he gets to the finals, his game seems to pick up a little, too.
Well, we talk about, you know, knowing how to win, and he has come in the last few years since he won the World Championships in 2003 from out of nowhere. He is a player who really has learned how to win and deal with what it means.
Well, right now he's going to learn how to jack up his cue stick because he's stuck behind the 3 balls right next to the cue ball. He has to be careful he does not touch it, as you can see right there. So he'll elevate his hand to make the cue stick go over the 3 and then shoot the 2 ball in the corner. All he has to do is make the 2 because position is natural. He'll come around 2 rails for the 3 ball. And that was a tough shot.
All right, Johnny on the rail. He'll get a chance here, and as he comes to the table, as Thorsten takes a seat,
you know, really,
look at it and take another look at it, Alan.
There it is. I mean, he doesn't miss it by much. It just catches the point and comes back up the rail, but that was a very difficult shot. And he got a little lucky because Johnny really doesn't have a shot here. I'd like to see Johnny become a little aggressive here, maybe. Try to bank the 2 ball cross corner and go down for the 3. Early
in the match, not a bad idea.
I think he's going to try to do it, too. I think he's going to play the 2 ball cross corner. As you can see, past the 9 ball, there it goes. And if you play it short, if he plays it to this side here, it'll come back here. That's perfect.
Hello.
I like that. Good shot by Johnny Archer.
That'll give him a little bit of confidence, even though he's got a tough shot on the 3.
This is an interesting shot. He's going to play the cue ball to go back and forth, go to the side rail, back over to this other side rail, and the down table for the 4. Great shot. Excellent shot. It's just a little easy.
Boy, that was nice, though. Really liked the way he did that. Let's quickly mention this fantastic playing equipment. A beautiful waterfall table by Olhausen. Simonis 860 cloth on that table. We will be using the Mueller rack and Super Aramith Pro balls, all of them the official products of the International Challenge of Champions. Goes the safe route, I think.
He's okay.
He can hug it against the rail there.
Well, he got a bad break at the forward and right up against the rail because Thorsten can English the 4 ball in the corner pocket with a lot of right-hand spin on the cue ball. And that's exactly what he's going to play. And Johnny knows he got a bad break at the forward right up against the rail. Great shot. Great shot.
Now the question is,
right around the 5. Look at this. Wow. And he got a little bit of a funny angle on the 5. He's like at the 50-yard line. As you can see, it's facing right toward here. So he's either going to have to play it in the corner or the side, but it looks like the 9 ball might be in the way, so he's going to play it in the side pocket. He's going to hit this pretty hard, I think. There it goes. Nice shot. Watch out for the cue ball.
He's walking to his seat. He saw it right away. Right away.
Bad break he got there. Oh. Well, fortunate for Johnny.
Exactly right. It's a great look at it, too, because this is a very, very tough shot. First on the 4.
He just nudges the 4 in, Mitch, and the cue ball comes around, lands fine. Now he shoots the 5 in the side, and he hits it hard because he has to. And here it just gets a kiss off the 7 ball on the rail and goes straight in the corner pocket.
And he knew it right away, and that's one of those where you just go, okay, there's nothing I can do. He hit that great, Alan.
You got to surrender. Now Johnny has ball in hand, so obviously he made the 7, and he's shooting the 8 now. Nice position on the 9.
Big break. After an early unlucky break. Scratching in the first rack on his break. Giving ball in hand to Thorsten. Now Johnny Archer at the table in rack 2 trying to tie it up. You bet. And I have a feeling we'll be saying this a number of times in this matchup between two great champions. We are all even here in Uncasville. I want to thank a couple of our great official products of the Challenge of Champions. Mueller's for their beautiful rack, and Super Aramith Pro Balls, the official ball set of the Challenge of Champions. Johnny Archer has just tied it up, 1 rack apiece in the first set against Thorsten Hohmann. We'll have a new Challenge of Champions champion. Neither one has won this great title before. $50,000 winner take all to one of these two.
And Johnny did not make a ball on the break, and and now he's complaining about the rack. They didn't get the same rack, but they go up the same way every time. So now he has a shot on the 1 ball in the side pocket. 2 balls wide open. It's a wide open rack. No 2 balls are touching. And he, okay, he's on the 2. It's okay. You hit this with high English, Mitch. You're going to bring the cue ball back to the center of the table. That's perfect.
One of the things about Thorsten's game that you and I talk about a lot, Alan, this is mental toughness. He made, had in the last rack, Johnny got that rack when Thorsten was at the table, a little bit of tough luck. He will put that behind him as well as anybody who's playing right now.
Definitely, Mitch. Things like that will not let that bother him. He knows he got a bad roll, and that's over with. Not even thinking about it anymore. I like the way he's firing balls in the pocket.
I was going to say,
with authority.
This is a way of saying, too, there's no pussyfooting around.
And he's got a couple ways he could play this. He could draw the cue ball off of this rail back here and back out into the center, or he could follow it around 3 rails. He elected to draw it. I think that's the safe way. Now the 7 lays a little bit tricky here. Now he's got the 6 ball position on the 7. He may draw the cue ball over to the side rail and back out. And that's exactly what he's done, and very nicely done too. Absolutely perfect. He'll draw the cue ball back a couple inches here.
As he quickly moves through this rack, Johnny Archer has played an important part in Thorsten Hohmann's history. In 2002, before anybody knew who he was, the IBC Tour #3, he beat Johnny Archer and Fang Pang Chow. It was a breakthrough for him, and it gave him a lot of confidence to know he could play with the big boys. And he has certainly shown it. Thorsten Hohmann with another rack here in the first set leads Johnny Archer by 1. It's time for our pool tip of the day, brought to you by Mohegan Sun, featuring Super Aramith Pro Balls, the Belgian billiard ball.
Here's a situation that could come up in 9 ball. Actually, it comes up a lot. The 7 and the 8 ball are close together. So position on the 8 ball is kind of tough because I have a big angle on the 7. So what I'm going to do is try to play position for the 8 ball by going up and down the table and playing position next on the 8 so I can get on the 9 after that. Hitting the cue ball with center and a little bit of left. I'm going to play the 7 ball in the corner. As you see, the cue ball is coming down for perfect position on the 8 ball in the corner, which will help me to run out the rack.
The International Challenge of Champions would not have been possible without these two people, and we want to say a big thank you to Matt and Betty Ann Braun for all their hard work over the years from Billiards International. Johnny Archer still alive in the first set, still trails by 2 racks. Thorsten Hohmann on the hill, 1 rack away from the first set win, but that was a powerful break by Johnny. He will not be rewarded.
Unfortunately not. He's made 3 balls on the break, the 1, the 4, and the 5, rushing toward the corner pocket. And here's the break. Look at them going toward the corner pocket. They're all rushing toward the corner. The 5, the 4, and the 2 stays on the bottom rail. And Johnny will be forced to push out, and Thorsten will shoot.
As he comes to the table with that option, we want to mention our terrific other official sponsors: Silver Cup Chalk, the Mueller Rack, Simonis, Billiard Cloth, and Ozone Billiards.
Now Thorsten will play a safety here, basically just coming down, either hitting the 2 over to here or hitting the 2 over to here, either place. I don't think he'll try to make a ball. He has a 7-9 combination in the side, but I don't think he'll play that. If he does, he'd be kind of foolish. Unless he can hit the 2 ball into the bottom rail and play the 9 ball on the other side. He's not even looking at the 9 on the other side. See, I'm looking at the 9, hitting the 2 ball into here and playing the 9 ball into this side. And the 7 in that side. Let's see what he's going to do. Played the 7 ball. Perfect. Well, I'll tell you, that was a nice shot, you know. I don't know, you know, he just hit it perfect. He didn't get rewarded again, though. And there he goes. He hits the 2 into the bottom rail, hits the 9 ball, and makes the 7 ball directly in the side pocket, but the 2 ball stays on the bottom rail.
You can tell by the way he looked at it and the way he picked up that chalk that that is exactly what he was trying to do.
Now watch the cue ball. The cue ball is going to be protected. He's going to bring the cue ball back behind the 9 and 3, I believe. Okay, he kept the cue ball behind the 6, and he hit it perfect and put the 2 ball down by the 9 and 3. How sweet was that? I knew something was going behind that 9 and 3, and it was either the cue ball or he hit the cue ball perfect there. He nudged it right up against the 6 and stopped it right there. And Johnny's going to have to do like a little bit of a masse here to curve around the 6 to catch the side rail. And for you viewers home, I'll have to show that TV. He can't even go. He's going to have to go to the bottom rail. If you can see down here maybe, and come here and try to hit it. He might have got it. Oh, boy, it was close.
And just for good measure, into the corner pocket. Ball in hand for Thorsten Hohmann on the hill. 5 balls on the table. The way he has been playing, there is no reason to think this first set is about to come to an end here in the finals.
Well, layout looks kind of easy with the ball in hand, getting on the 3 ball. He wants to make sure he gets a little bit of an angle on either side of the 3. And he stayed on the short side. Does not want to be straight now, and there's the angle. And he'll bring the cue ball up toward the center of the table for the 6 ball in the corner.
Simona's pocket cam giving us great views, and fired in.
Well, that's not exactly too good. You know, he had ball in hand. He should be perfect on the 6. He's got a little bit of a cut here. And I thought he was going to play the 8 in the side after the 6, but he may have to change his mind here. Unless he can throw this in with drawing. Yeah, he's going to hit it low left-hand spin, throw the 6 in the pocket. And there it is. Now he'll play the 8, and he'll come around 3 rails for the 9 ball. Well, no, he's okay. He can maybe come out 1 rail. He's got a different angle that it looks.
You know, we've seen him get a little bit out of line before, and he just extricates himself perfectly.
Yep.
He's confident in his ability.
Besides making everything, he shoots at Mitch.
Yeah, but that's, you know, he's put himself in a position where that is what he's capable of doing. And he knows it, and right now Johnny Archer knows it. Not that he didn't before. There you go. Well, this first set, again, has been a demonstration of the talent and the focus of Thorsten Hohmann. In the first set, in this final, the Challenge of Champions goes to the German. Closed captioning for today's show provided by Mohegan Sun. Though there's a great deal at stake money-wise, this is the one that will last forever. The trophy symbolic of the champion of champions at the International Challenge of Champions. Our two combatants here in the finals of the International Challenge of Champions, Thorsten Hohmann with the first set and the first rack of set 2. And here is how it happened, Alan.
Well, Johnny plays a safety here on the 7, but he hits it a little too hard, gets down table, and leaves a cut in on the 7 ball. But Thorsten. Thorsten hits it super thin, makes it in the corner pocket, and that sets up this 9-ball run out.
And he is just showing it all right now. Originally from Fulda in Germany, near Frankfurt, now living in Florida, traveling the globe and plying what has become a really, really good trade for the former WPA World 9-ball champion.
And here he comes up dry, and this could be a fast rack. Johnny has a 3-9 combination. If he can get, now here it is. Here's the 1 ball, here's the 2, and here's the 3-9 combination in the corner. So if he can make the 1 ball and come over to the on this side of the table for the 2 ball, he'll make the 2 in the corner, bring the cue ball up here for the 3-9 combination. Let's see if he plans on doing that.
A lot of movement here by Johnny. That's a nice play right there.
That's absolutely perfect, Mitch. It's exactly what the angle he wanted. Now he can play for the 3-9 combination, or he can play to run out. I kind of like him playing for the 3-9 combination because he has the perfect angle to draw the cue ball up by the side pocket. Low right-hand spin on the cue ball. He's played for the run out and hold down, slot. Okay. He's playing for the run out. Okay. Actually, that's good. You know, I like that. Why take a chance playing the combination? Get yourself in stroke, running the balls out.
Well, that's the other part of it. He needs to really be there for a while and establish some presence, because up to now it's been all Thorsten.
Yeah.
We really haven't felt Johnny be there the way he can be there. You know, when he's playing his game, he's towering. You don't get to be the player of the decade by not being that way.
No, definitely. You're correct. And that's a good way of looking at it. And he's got the perfect rack to get in the stroke. Now, the only thing where I see he could have a little problem is, you know, the 5, 6, 7. Okay, because the 7 ball is down here, and here's the 6. So, and here's the 5. So to get the angle on the 5, to get the right, to get almost straight in on the 6, so he can draw back for the 7. Here's what he wants. He wants to be straight in on this 5 ball, basically.
Once again, the beauty of this format, you can lose that first set badly, come back and win the second one, and we have a sudden death tiebreak, 50,000 marbles, and the trophy. And only one of these two players is going to get it.
And that, I don't know if he's okay, if that's straight in or not. Hopefully he's all right. I hope so. That'd be a bad break if he got an angle where he can't get on the 7 ball. No, I think he's okay. Even if he comes back and hits the 9, he'll move that out of the way if he hits it hard enough. Stay away from there. Okay, perfect.
Good. This is exactly what the doctor ordered for Johnny Archer. Nothing on the break. Thorsten Hohmann.
That's the great thing about this format, Mitch. You can win the first set 5-0 and lose the second set 5-4. And come back and still win the match in the last game. So it's never over.
Perfect.
And Johnny got perfect on the 8.
Yep. Nice work. Really nice work here. Very calm and seemingly collected has Johnny Archer been in rack number 2. That has to make him feel good. The Scorpion on the board in the second set, all tied. Holding the check, $50,000 that will go to our champion of champions, Greg Hovey, the president of Olhausen Billiards. Beautiful shape of the 9-ball rack, Mohegan Sun. As always, we thank them for their hospitality this week. One of the great venues in championship 9-ball. Everybody close to the action. The Wolf Den, Mitch Lawrence and Alan Hopkins, 1993 winner of the International Challenge of Champions. Johnny Archer's just tied up the second set at 1 rack apiece, trailing by a set.
And he finally got a shot on the break. He made a ball. He made the 2-ball on the break. I'm just a little excited because he finally got a shot on the break and made a ball. He made the 2-ball. He's got the 1-ball nice inside. That's no problem right there. The 4-9 cluster is not a problem, or the 5-9. The 1-ball is right here. Here's the cue ball, and here's the 3. Real easy position shot. Actually a nice layout for Johnny to get started with.
And by taking over rack 2 after Thorsten didn't make anything on the break, you're starting to feel a little bit of a momentum shift in Johnny's favor now. Time at the table, Thorsten seated. Little shifts here and there.
Well, this could all change things. You know, he starts making a ball on the break and getting a shot. Before you know, we've got them each winning a set, and they're playing for the 50,000 in the sudden death. Now he's going to play the 4-ball and come on the other side of the 6. You'll see him play the 4 in here in the corner pocket, bring the cue ball here and over this way for the 5. For the okay, he came 1 rail up, which is okay too, but I like the better angle you'd have, but he's okay. He's fine.
You notice, Alan, he's hitting it with a little more authority now. His strokes just seem a little bit crisper.
Right. He had less of an angle on that ball than it looked like, which was able for him to come. Notice the stretching. The leg is up for balance. Helps you to get your balance on this shot.
Careful not to touch the 6. And these balls are hitting the dead center of the pocket now, Alan, too. You know, you look for, I mean, you can play different parts of the pocket, but there's just something about the way he's played the last rack and now this one. He's got to start feeling a little better about it.
Well, these 4 balls here, Mitch, he can actually run these 4 without touching the rail with a cue ball. If you watch, if he has the right speed control here and just draw it back the right amount, just like that, he'll play the 7 in the corner, the 8 in the side. The cue ball will never go to a rail. There's no reason to go to a rail if you don't have to.
Taking his time, making some good decisions right now.
He's actually been playing great, Mitch. He just got a few bad rolls. I mean, you know, it looks like it's bad, but he'll come back. I'll make a prediction. He's going to get right back into this here.
Calls the 9 in the corner. Is required by Challenge of Champions law. And the Scorpion, Johnny Archer from Marietta, Georgia, is starting to put his stamp a little bit on this second set over Thorsten Hohmann. Welcome back to Uncasville, Connecticut, the Wolf Den at Mohegan Sun, site of the 16th Annual International Challenge of Champions.
Oh, he's playing safe. Playing safe. Well, Thorsten's going to hit this, obviously. I can't see him not hitting this, and what I don't like about it is he's liable to get lucky and save Johnny back. Now, what he's liable to do here is, if you watch this, he's going to come, I'll diagram, he's going to come to the side rail here and maybe hit down in here and try to hit the 1 down table. Or maybe try to make the 1, but I think he's going to come low and try to hit it. Yeah, see, that's a scratch. He comes high, he scratches. He had to come low, below the ball. Now that's a big break for Johnny because now he's got him on 2. See, well, here it just shortens the ball up too much, and it catches the one ball thin and goes in the corner pocket. He wanted to come to the bottom rail with the cue ball.
And that 5 and the 6 tied up along that rail, Alan.
Well, see, Johnny's got to be real careful now because he's got Thorsten on 2. So why take any chances? Or 1 foul. Okay,
Yeah,
he's got
1.
him on 1. I'm sorry, Mitch.
Yep.
1 foul. That's right, because Thorsten played a bad safety before that. Correct.
That's what led to it.
So I think Johnny's just going to play the 4 in the corner and basically just drift down and end up playing it safe on the 5. Unless he has an angle on the 4. If he has an angle on the 4, he can break open the 5 and 6. What he'll do is try to play the 4. Okay, we'll see if he can make an angle here if he's not straight in. Has hit it pretty hard. There, what a great shot. What a great
And
shot.
there is some confidence in your stroke.
There's a shot right there. I'll tell you, that was fabulous.
There's some confidence in your stroke. Any doubts about how he feels in this set were just erased.
Well, I'll tell you, he hit that. It was basically pretty straight in. He put some right-hand spin on the cue ball and threw the ball over there and got right behind the 6 and knocked it out. That was a fabulous shot.
And now he has to be careful that he just takes care of business.
Yeah, I don't think he'll even try to hit the 6 here, will he? Yeah, he did hit the 6. Okay, look out. I don't know why he would try to hit the 6 there. He could have drew above that.
Wow, that's what I mean. Just
yeah.
It's got.
I mean, you were saying it right, Mitch. You were right on the numbers there. He's just got to not touch anything and get out. And he made a little mistake there, but he might be able to cut this in anyway. Oh yeah.
Can.
Look out. Look out. He's okay now.
Wants it up, and that is great.
Beautiful. Looks like we're going to have a sudden death.
This has been vintage Johnny Archer. Really has this set.
Yep. Making a great comeback here.
And this is what you practice for all the hours. Everything you put in for a chance to play this kind of 9-ball against arguably the hottest player in the world right now in Thorsten Hohmann coming into this event. But Johnny says, okay, you want sudden death? I'm going to give you sudden death. And against Marlon Manalo in his semifinal match, Johnny was down 1 set and down a rack as he was here to Thorsten Hohmann and did the same exact thing. 5 racks in a row for Johnny Archer, and we are going to sudden death for all the marbles. And here's what it's all about. The lag for the final break. Because for sure, at the end of this next rack, one of these two, Johnny Archer on the left, Thorsten Hohmann on the right, will be the international champion of champions at the Challenge of Champions. And how big is this lag?
Johnny won it.
And Johnny gets it, and that's got to make him feel good because against Marlon Manalo in that sudden death tiebreaker, he won the lag and broke and ran out, and that was the end of Marlon Manalo. He would like nothing more than to not let Thorsten up again. And here is our tie-breaking format in this finals of the Challenge of Champions. The break, as you saw, determined by a lag. It will be Johnny Archer's. It will be 1 rack, sudden death, 2 timeouts per player in this rack, and the winner will win the 16th annual International Challenge of Champions and $50,000. So let's see what the Scorpion can do.
And Mitch has got to break him good, Mitch. He's got to hit that ball like he's been hitting it and make that corner ball. That's what he's been doing.
And he's been getting a shot. What turned this match around was that he started getting a shot after the break to use the considerable talents that he has. Let's see what he can do. Here we go.
Well, Mitch, he has a great break. He just has to use it. He's made a ball, and he does not have a shot. So, fortunate to make a ball, unfortunate not to get a shot on the 2 ball. And these balls are open nicely, but here is the cue ball right next to the 9, and there's the 2 ball. The 1 ball was made on the break in the side pocket.
And real disappointment.
Now,
you know how badly he wanted the shot here.
Definitely, Mitch. Now, in the final game, I believe they have two extensions or 2 timeouts, so we'll see. They're probably going to use them both in this game, I'll tell you.
What are you saving them for? You going to take them home?
Yeah, really, yeah.
There's one of them for Johnny.
He may use the both of them on this shot because this is basically, you know, I'll tell you, if he can hit the edge of this, Mitch, if he can hit the edge of this ball, he actually can play a safety. I would push out just so he can hit the edge of it, because if he can hit the edge, what he would do is hit the edge, put the 2 up by the 8 ball, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to push out to hit the edge. Pushed out kind of far, though. I don't like pushing it way back there. I mean, that's, you know, but now see, Thorsten can push the 2 up by the 8. In other words, hitting the 2 ball here and putting it over here or over here, okay, and bringing the cue ball back down here. I think he should try to play safe. Just push the 2 to the rail and bring the cue ball back behind the 9 or 7, you know, not hitting it too hard. Oh, that's too hard. We put it down to the bottom rail. That's a good shot also. That was smart to do that. Now, I don't know whether he was trying to make that in the side up, but I don't think so. He played it safe. That was very good safe, but he tied the 2 and 6 up, as you can see right here, so the 2 can't be made. So Johnny may not even try to hit it. Johnny may just give him ball in hand. Tell you the truth, unless he just hits it real nice and easy, just rolls up on top of it, hits it nice and easy.
All right, there go Johnny's 2 extensions in this rack.
Now, if he tries to push the 4 on top of it, that's going to be dangerous. Okay, just push the 4 onto the side rail there.
Well, I don't know if he used his extension or just told him that he was going to purposely foul.
That is a foul.
It's definitely a foul, but I thought he had said to Frank Del Pizio that he was going to take a second extension, but I think what he did was he just let him know that that's what he was going to do. He was going to foul.
Did he ask him if he had a second?
Ball in hand. It was hard for me to tell.
Okay. You can hit it thin and come back down table with the cue ball. He's got to be careful, though, if he nudges this too much. No, I didn't like that. I'm not crazy about that, but he still left the 2 ball on the rail.
You know, chances are somebody's going to come with something here. Sudden death rack.
Well, I'll tell you, the 2 ball is so close to the rail. Now, Johnny may try to spin this in the corner with a lot of right-hand spin, like a little masse. He also has the 5. He can make the 5 down table with the cue ball. Oh, look out. He might get lucky.
I'll tell you what, watch where this winds up.
Look at that. He got very lucky, let me tell you. That may have just won him $50,000, Mitch. Well, I got news for you.
You know what? I was talking with somebody coming with something, and sometimes it's not a great shot. It's just a roll.
Here it is right here, the 2 and the 8. Now, the only thing he can basically do is try to come back and forth and try to come up and hit the 2. But the 7 ball right here is a big ball. It's like in the way, and he's going to hit the 2 nice and easy and get a rail. You won't see him hit this hard. I'll tell you what, he can get a little lucky here. If he hits the 2, he can put the cue ball behind the 8.
And
so
Thorsten, the way he said extension there told you a lot. Very quiet, very soft, kind of, wow.
Boy, Johnny got very fortunate there, I'll tell you. The speed is real important here. It's a pretty nice speed. Might be a little too hard.
Oh, just catches the point. Just caught the point.
Well, now Johnny has a great opportunity to put the cue ball behind the 6 ball here.
Just keep your eyes on.
This was a pretty good speed, but it's just a little bit too... He has to catch this side rail here. And he catches the point. Now, Johnny, if he can push the 2, he's going to bring the 2 ball in front of the 8 or bring the cue ball over behind the 6 ball. I like this better. And that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to hit the 2 and bring the 6 over behind, bring the cue ball over behind the 6 ball. Speed is real important here. Look out. Okay, he's fine. Now, if the 2 is frozen, he's in trouble. If the 2 ball's touching the rail, Thorsten is forced to hit these balls out and go to another rail.
And it is.
And that's a bad break.
You can see it touching right there.
Yeah, that's a bad break for Thorsten because now he may make a foul. And he can hit this straight on and knock the 2 ball past the 8 and get the cue ball to a rail. Too hard. Too hard.
And one less ball for Johnny Archer to worry about. The 8 goes, ball in hand for the Scorpion.
He just misses that, Mitch. He just misses the 2 ball there. Notice here he comes. He's put a little spin on the cue ball. Here it comes. It looks like it's just going to nick the 2, and it just misses it. Boy, if he'd have hit it, he'd have been a good save. So now he's on 2.
Boy, what a way this would be to win $50,000. But
well,
it's a little bit different story. There's no place to hide that cue ball right now.
Well, I don't think he's even going to try to hide it.
No, that's what I mean.
Play for a run out here. This is a nice run out.
I'm telling you, if you're Johnny, you're just trying to keep it calm right now.
He's going to have a combination on the 3-6. After the combination, he's fine. Well, 5 to the 7 could be a little tricky. It's getting exciting.
Alan talked about it. The last time an American won this title, Nick Varner in 1994.
Right.
A long time ago. 11 years.
And I'll tell you the truth. That year, you know who should have won it? Tony Allen. Tony Allen was in the finals and had ball in hand with 3 balls on the table just to show you the kind of pressure that goes on with this for the 50,000.
So a little bit of a roll started this off for Johnny Archer in this rack. The 2 hiding behind the 8. And we talked about it earlier. The great thing about this format is that you never know what's going to happen.
This is not a hanger.
And he liked seeing that one go in for sure. 3 balls left. Johnny's moving them all around. He'll move the chalk.
This is what it all comes down to. This is not a gimme right here. Depends how he's going to play this. He doesn't want to draw it back too much because he could draw it to the side pocket. He's got to be very careful here. He almost wants to come 2 rails following this ball and come around by the 7.
Wants it to hold.
Well, he's okay. He's got a little angle up the table. It's better than not having a shot. Can you feel the pressure,
I'm telling
Mitch?
you, you can't even believe it.
You can feel the pressure. You can feel the audience, everybody intense watching what's happening. $50,000 for the next 2 balls here. 2 balls away.
And that's the one. That is the one right there, and you saw him. He knew it. If you think that somebody of Johnny Archer's stature does not care about winning this tournament, given all he has won in his career, you are dead wrong. This 9 ball for the title.
Let's give a big round of applause for Thorsten, Hohmann, and all the players who saw this match.
Well deserved. Congratulations all around. As Johnny Archer takes the title.
What a great out.
And now it's time for our super shot of the match, brought to you by Aramis. Johnny Archer at the table, rack 6 of the second set. He'd already put 4 racks in a row together, faced with this shot on the 4 and the 5 and 6 tied up on the rail. Watch this shot making by the Scorpion. Indeed, our super shot of the match. And this is what it's all about right here for Johnny Archer, being presented the winner's check by Bob Yellen, the director of sports for Mohegan Sun. And I have a feeling that Miss Melanie and Johnny Lee are getting a call right now. $50,000 winner take all. And I think for Johnny Archer, more importantly, the title, Champion of Champions. Another fantastic week here in Connecticut comes to a close. Johnny Archer and Thorsten Hohmann have given us a great show. At the beginning, all Thorsten. It seemed like Johnny was out of it. But then things started to turn around. And lo and behold, Johnny Archer did what he needed to do. We want to thank Mohegan Sun for all their help all week. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Congratulations to Johnny Archer, the Scorpion, your champion of champions.